So by now, you know what happened with Eric Bieniemy, and our thoughts continue to be with Bieniemy and his entire family as they work through something no family should ever have to face. But also, Chiefs fans are asking real football questions right now, and that's not disrespectful. That's just what fans do, and that's what we're gonna do. So let's have that conversation honestly. Bieniemy came back. He set a tone for 3 months that this offense hadn't felt in years. And he had rookies talking about it publicly before training camp even fully opens tomorrow. And then real life pulled him away before that standard had time to be fully tested. The question isn't just when he's coming back here. The question is what happens to everything he was building while he's gone. And I don't think there's a clean answer to that, honestly. I think it's complicated. And today, I want to walk through it very honestly. Let's go back to where we were 48 hours ago because context matters. From rookie OTAs in early May all the way through the start of training camp, Eric Bieniemy was doing something specific. He wasn't just installing a scheme, he was installing a standard. Comfortable being comfortable. He said that with his own mouth. That was his diagnosis. And he went to work on it immediately trying to fix it. During a 7-on-7 drill at OTAs, he pulled the starters off the field for botching a play 3 times. No warnings, no speeches, just kicked them off. And rookies showing up to St. Joe were already feeling it the moment they arrived. Cyrus Allen, rookie wide receiver out of Cincy, he said it plainly. They don't play. They don't play.
What's your thoughts on EB and Andy Reid so far?
Oh, yeah. They don't play. They don't play. That's all I can say.
Everything is intentional. Everything is a process. Coach EB is pounding us every day. Emmett Johnson said it in just 5 words. He's going to push you. And he told you that he loves it. But that's not nothing. That's a cultural shift in real time, confirmed by the people living inside of it. But here's the honest question every Chiefs fan is sitting with right this second. 3 months is a real foundation, but 3 months is still just a minuscule amount of time in the grand scheme of things. A culture gets proven when the games count, when it's week 10, week 11, and the margin is 0, and everything Bieniemy has built in that practice facility gets tested for real out in game situations. Does it hold without him in the short term? I don't know. And anyone telling you they know for certain is pretty much guessing. And if you're worried about this, you're not overreacting. This is a legitimate concern. And I want to give you the most honest take I can on what all of this actually means. If you're watching and you want to support the channel, hit that like button. Let's get this thing to 500 likes today. Smash that sub button too. Follow along with us all season. Now back to it. So who is Joe Bleymaier? And why does that question matter so much right now? Well, here's what I know. Joe Bleymaier has been around this building for 10 years. He was a quality control coach, a pass game analyst, assistant quarterbacks coach, wide receivers coach, and now he's the passing game coordinator. 3 Super Bowl rings as part of this staff. Andy Reid has trusted this man with progressively bigger and bigger responsibilities each and every single year he's been here. That's not an accident. The Athletic's Jordan Rodriguez, he described people inside and around this organization calling Bleymaier the secret sauce in the building. Before any of this ever happened, a week before Bieniemy left, that's not spin right now. That was the assessment before anyone knew it would matter this much this fast. So Andy Reid's plan splits the duties here. Bleymaier takes the passing game, and yes, Andy Heck, the offensive line coach and run game coordinator, he's going to take the running game. Reid himself is still calling the plays, and Reid said specifically, Joe Bleymaier is our passing game coordinator, and he'll be involved there. Obviously, he's coordinating. Now, here's where I want to have the real conversation, because I don't think the answer is simple. The case for Bleymaier holding this thing together, well, he knows this system better than almost anyone on the planet. He's been in Andy Reid's offense for a decade. He helped develop Patrick Mahomes somewhat. In 2023, as a pass game coordinator, this offense was top 5 in completions, passing first downs, and red zone passing touchdowns. He has real production and on his resume in this exact role. And critically, Reid is still here. Reid calling plays doesn't change. The architecture of this offense will not change. But here's the honest counter to that. Bleymaier has never been the head voice in that room. He's never been the guy whose presence alone sets the tone the moment he walks onto the practice field. And that secret sauce label is about what he contributes inside of a structure, not about whether he can be the structure. Those are 2 completely different things here. Bieniemy's value wasn't just football knowledge. It was presence. It was the fact that starters got pulled off the field and nobody even questioned it because everyone in the building knew exactly where the line was drawn. That kind of authority isn't transferred on a Monday morning. It has to be earned. You have to be respected. And Bieniemy, as talented as he clearly is, hasn't had to earn it in that specific role yet. So the real question isn't whether Bieniemy can coach. He clearly can do that. The question is whether the standard Bieniemy set is strong enough after 3 months to sustain itself while he's away. And I genuinely don't know the answer to that. And I think that's the most honest thing I can tell you. But here's what I will say about it. That 1-9 record in one-score games last year wasn't going to be fixed the day Eric Bieniemy walked back into the building. It was never going to be fixed in a preseason. Culture change is a season-long process. The fact that it had already started, that Cyrus Allen and Emmett Johnson were already describing something tangibly different before the pads even came on, that matters. That's a real foundation, even if it's still just being built. Mahomes has welcomed this tough standard. The veterans, that locker room, it felt the 2025 collapse. They know what's at stake here. That motivation doesn't walk out the door with Eric Bieniemy. Andy Reid has been through real adversity with this organization before. He knows how to keep a staff together and a season on track when things go completely sideways like it seems to be going now. If there's a head coach in the NFL you want to navigate this, it's Andy Reid. And Bieniemy being the secret sauce for a decade means Andy Reid has been leaning on him quietly all this time. And so now it just makes it official. Mia Bieniemy is stable. That's what matters most right now. And when Eric Bieniemy comes back, the standard he spent 3 months building in that locker room on that practice field will be waiting for him. Shout out to Prize Picks for sponsoring tonight's episode. Let's jump right in and do some entries. We're going to go a little off the beaten path and go to NFL kickers. We're going to start out with the Chiefs' own Harrison Butker, 2026 regular season field goals, 28.5 field goals made. We're going to go more. This is a bounce back year for Harrison Butker. Right next to him, we're going to go Dicker the kicker, 31.5 field goals made. We're going to go more on that one as well. Let's come down here and go to Jason Myers, Seattle Seahawks, trying to repeat as Super Bowl champs. Not going to happen because the Chiefs are still in the NFL. 30.5 season field goals made. I'm going to go ahead and say more on that too. And we're going to go ahead and lock this in. Right now, you can go down to the description, find the link, use code HMA, and the new offer right now Prize Picks is running is play $5, get $150 if you win your first lineup. And now, back to the show. So I have 2 questions before you go. Does Eric Bieniemy's absence meaningfully set back this offense's development for 2026? And when he returns, does this team pick up exactly where it left off? Or does it take time to get back to the standard he was building? So drop your answers in the comments below to both of those questions. If this gave you something today, hit that like button for me. It genuinely helps more people find this channel. And the young players making noise at St. Joe right now aren't waiting for anyone to figure this out. Steve did a full breakdown on rookie corner Jaden Kennedy that you need to see yesterday. That one is right here. Check it out.